It's been more than 1 month and a half since summer holidays started. Maybe you've been away from lessons, courses, and schools, of course. That's why Abajim gives you the opportunity to review lessons and to refresh memories. Hi, everybody, and welcome again to Abajim Learning Platform. I am Ibrahim Belhoudi. I am a teacher of English language in primary schools, and I'm here today to guide you through review lessons. I'm going to give you some advice, and I'm going to introduce to some upcoming lessons that you will see in 6.4. مرحبا بكم في حصة تمهيدية، حصة مراجعة باللغة الإنجليزية. سأقوم ببعض الترجمة بطبيعة الحال. أباجيم تتيح لكم فرصة للمراجعة وللتمهيد للسنة السادسة. سأقوم ببعض الترجمة في حال الضرورة بطبيعة الحال. أقدم الحصة. So let's get started. Today I'm going to focus on all these headings. In fact, these headings are presented randomly, but I'm going to deal with each one separately, okay? And in brief, okay? Briefly. That means, and I hope this session will not take more than 1 hour. So let's get started. So the headings are: number 1, family; number 2, subject pronouns; number 3, possessive adjectives; number 4, demonstratives; number 5, possessive case; number 6, subject or school subjects; number 7, present simple; number 8, days of the week; number 9, months; number 10, colors; number 11, seasons; number 12, WH words; number 13, shops and shopping; number 14, how many and how much; number 15, a and n, the indefinite articles; number 16, countries and nationalities; and number 17, means of transport; and number 18 on the last, meals. So let's get started with the heading number 1, which is the family. The family. So first of all, let's say that there are 2 types of families. 2 types of families. Type number 1 is the nuclear family. And nuclear family includes only parents and children. So parents and children. Okay, so nuclear family, parents and children. Type number 2, extended family. And it includes parents, children, and other relatives like, so parents, say, yes, sorry. It includes parents plus children plus other relatives like grandparents and uncles and aunts, okay? Plus grandparents plus uncles plus aunts. Okay? So these are the 2 types of families: nuclear family, the small family, and the extended family, the big family. Now, what about the relationship between the family members? So we have here, so father and mother, father plus mother equals parents. Okay, and I can say father or dad or daddy. Okay, they are a bit informal, but they are usable. Father or dad or daddy, mother, mom or mommy. So they are parents. Then grandfather plus grandmother are grandparents. Okay, grandfather and grandmother, they are grandparents, and I can say grandpa or grandma, and you can say granny here. It's a bit slang, so grandma or a granny, okay? So then we have the children. They are sons and daughters. Sons and daughters. Sons for male and daughters for female. Then we have siblings. It's about brothers and sisters. Great job. So that's all about the family. So nuclear family, it includes parents and the children. Extended family, it includes parents and children plus other relatives like grandparents, uncles and aunts and so on. Then the relationship among the family or within the family, father plus mother equals parents, or parents are father and mother, grandparents are grandfather and grandmother, daughters, so daughters, there is an R, yes, daughters, and the spelling of daughter is D-A-U-G-H-T-E-R, and S, it is the plural S there. And then siblings are brothers and sisters. We pass to the following heading, which is the subject pronouns. What are the subject pronouns in English language? The subject pronouns in English language are the following. So we are I, you, and I use you for just one person, for two persons, for a male and female, for two females, for two males, and so on, okay? For all the addressing listeners, okay? You, so then they, we, he, she, and it. And it is used with animals and objects. So the subject pronouns in English language are I, you, they, we, he, she, and it. The following heading, it's possessive adjectives. What are the possessive adjectives in English language? So first I write the subject pronouns, then I will write the possessive adjectives, those go or that go with these subject pronouns. So here we have I. The possessive adjective that goes with I is my. Then you. The possessive adjective that goes with you is your. Okay, take care when you pronounce this word. Your. Then they. The possessive adjective that goes with they is their. Then the subject pronoun we. Our. The subject pronoun he, his, the subject pronoun she, her, great, and the subject pronoun it, the possessive adjective is its, okay? Its. Great. So I, my, you, your, they, their, we, our, he, his, she, her, it, its. I can give you some oral examples. For example, this is my book. This is my classroom. This is my teacher. I love my father. I love my parents. I love English language. I love my best school subject, which is English language, okay? This is my board. This is my pen, and so on, okay? Then this is your pen. This is your father. This is your mother, and so on. This is their classroom, this is their English teacher, and so on. Let's pass to the following heading, which is demonstratives. So today we are going to deal with just two demonstratives, this and these. This and these. Okay? So, this to show the near singular things and persons, of course. So here for singular, with singular, near, persons, objects, animals, plants, and so on. So then, for example, this is, I say, when something is near or close to me, I say, this is my chair, okay? So if it is singular, then these with the plural, near persons, objects, plants, animals, and so on. Okay, these is used with plural nouns. Okay, before plural nouns. These are my friends. These are my parents. These are my books. Okay. However, this is used when you have a singular noun. Okay, singular person, a person or an object. Okay, or a plant or an animal, and so on. This is a cute cat. This is a beautiful tree. Okay, these are in plural. These are my parents. These are my books. These are my classmates. These are my parents, and so on. I pass to the following heading, which is possessive case. Possessive case, that means the apostrophe S. Okay, the possessive case. Let me take some examples. For example, this is le book of Jack. This is the book of Jack. This is Jack's book. You see how I transform this sentence to the possessive case. So I use the apostrophe S to show that this object belongs to someone. Okay? So this is the book of Jack, or I can say this is Jack's book. Let me take another example. This is the classroom of my cousins. Yes. So I will show you how I use this possessive case when the noun is in plural form. So I say, this is, yes, my cousins. So I write it as it is, and then I put the apostrophe here. Okay, this is my cousin's classroom. Classroom. So I do not add the S here, I just add the apostrophe with the plural nouns. Okay, so this is the book of Jack. This is Jack's book. This is the classroom of my cousins. This is my cousin's classroom. This is Muhammad's book, or this is the book of Muhammad, or it is Muhammad's book. This is the father of my friend. This is my friend's father. This is all about possessive case. I pass to the following heading. It is heading number 6, and it is about school subjects. What are school subjects you study at school? So at school we study many school subjects, like English, my best school subject, English. Another school subject, maths, for example. Another one, history. Another one, music. Another school subject, PE. And PE, it means the physical education, okay, PE. Then, for example, geography. Geography, physics, music, and so on. So these are school subjects. Pupils study them at school. And each one, or each pupil, or everyone has his own favorite school subject. For example, for me, English language is my favorite subject. I like it the most, okay? It is my best school subject. That's why I always get good marks in English language, okay? So I pass to the following one, which is number 7, present simple, okay? Present simple, it is tense number 1. Pupils study at school. The present simple with its 3 forms. We have the affirmative form, the negative form, and the interrogative form. It's about questions, interrogative form when there is a question. So let me take some examples here, for example. So I will take some sentences. For example, let's take the verb to be as an example. For example, yes, this is my pen. So the verb, it is in the simple present, verb to be in the simple present in its affirmative form. In the negative form, this isn't, okay, this isn't my pen. And the interrogative form, is this your pen? And there is a question mark because it is in an interrogative form. So the question begins with a capital letter and ends with a question mark. Here with the interrogative form, I make the inversion. That means the question is verb, subject, and object. In affirmative form, subject, verb, object. Okay. However, in the question or interrogative form, we make the inversion. It becomes verb, object, subject, and object, okay? So this is an example about the present simple. We pass to the following heading, and it is the same thing with all verbs, okay? In each tense, there are the 3 forms in English language, which are affirmative form, negative form, and interrogative form. The following heading is about days of the week. Question is, how many days are there in a week? There are 7 days in a week. What are they? They are. Let me write them on the screen first. They are Monday. Number 2 is Tuesday. Then Wednesday. Then Thursday. Following day is Friday, which is today is Friday. Yeah. Friday. The day before the last, it is Saturday. And the last day is Sunday. So these are the 7 days of the week. So all of them are capitalized, okay? They are proper nouns. So each day must be capitalized. That means each letter, the letter number 1 of each day must be capitalized. Here we have capital M, capital T, capital W, capital T, capital F, capital S, and capital S. Sunday and Saturday are free days, okay? Are free days, so they are holidays. Pupils and teachers do not go to school on those 2 days. I repeat, the days of the week are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I pass to the following heading, which is months. The same question is asked about the number of months in a year. How many months are there in a year or in the year? So there are 12 months in a year. What are these 12 months? They are, month 1 is January. Please take care when you pronounce these words because there are many pupils and even teachers mispronounce many words in English language. Please take care. January. here we have February, then March, not March, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. Okay, all these months are capitalized. Okay, so here capital J, capital F, capital M, capital A, capital M, capital J, capital A, capital S, capital O, capital N, and capital D. The months of the year are, I repeat, there are 12 months. They are January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. I pass to the following heading, which is number 10, which is colors. So the common question I use to ask about colors, or the question people most use to ask about colors is what color is, and I mentioned the object. So the question is what color is, for example, and I mentioned the object of the stuff or the item of clothes or anything. So what color is? So I will take some examples here. I can say what's the color of. It is true too also, okay? But this is the most common one. So what color is the shirt? This is how I ask about colors. What's the color of the shirt? The shirt is blue. What color is the t-shirt? The t-shirt is white. So colors are blue, white, gray, red, black, orange, yellow, pink, purple, and others. Okay? So this is what is important in this part of this lesson is how I ask about color. So I have another, let me give you another example. What color, for example, I ask about the color of the trousers. What color are, what color is, or sorry, what color, yeah. What color are your trousers? By the way, trousers is a plural word, okay? Be careful. So, what color are your trousers? My trousers are black. My trousers are blue. My trousers are gray, and so on. This is how I ask about colors. I pass to the following heading, which is seasons. How many seasons are there in a year? There are 4 seasons in the year. What are these 4 seasons? They are summer, and summer is the current season now. We are in summer. Then we have autumn. After autumn, there is winter and spring. Okay, so these are the 4 seasons. So what's the weather like in summer? In summer, it's hot, it's sunny, it's scorching. Like today, it's very hot. Scorching, okay? That means very, very hot. In summer, people go to the beach to have fun. In summer, people do not go to school to study. In summer, people have rest, okay? They go everywhere to have fun. They can go abroad and so on. This is summer. Then autumn, what's the weather like in autumn? In autumn, it's ugly. That means it isn't beautiful because there is fog, okay? There is wind, okay? Because leaves fall off the trees, and it is ugly, and it is not liked by most people. Then winter, what's the weather like in winter? In winter, it's cold. It is cloudy. The sky is covered with clouds. There is no sun. It is rainy. It is snowy in some places. So whether across Tunisia or across the world and so on. What's the weather like in spring? In spring, it's beautiful, and this season is loved by most of the people. Most people love spring. Why? Because it is beautiful, because it is the season of the new life, when the animals have new babies and so on, when the trees get green, when there is a lot of grass, the ground or the ground is, the land is grassy, it is green and so on, okay? It is the season of greenery. So spring is the best season for many people. So the 4 seasons in the year are 4. They are summer, autumn, winter, and spring. So we pass to the following heading, which is WH words. What are WH words? WH words are interrogative words, okay? They are used to ask questions, okay? To ask questions. And the most common ones are, so today we are going to deal with some of the WH words, not all of them, but we are going to deal with this WH words included in your program. So let's begin with the WH word number 1, which is what. So we ask with what about things. What's this? Okay. What's this, for example? What? What's this? We can ask about the name. What's your name? Sorry. Yeah. What's your name? I can say ask about activities using what. What are you doing? And other questions. So what? What's this? What are you doing? I'm speaking in English now. I'm teaching now. Okay, I'm speaking now. What are you doing now? You are watching me. You are listening to me. Okay, what's this? This is a pen. This is a door. This is a cat. This is who is this? It is. We ask about persons. It will come later on. So what? It is number 1. Number 2. It is where. So we ask about place, about places. So we ask about the place of things or persons or objects. We use where. For example, where are you now? Now we are at who? So where are your parents, for example? Where are your parents? My parents are at home. So home is the place. I ask with where about places of things or persons. Where? Where are you now? Where is the pharmacy? Where is your book? Where are your friends now? Where are the pupils now? Okay, we ask about place. Then, when, the following WH word is when. We ask with when about time. For example, when is your birthday? When is your birthday? For example, my birthday is in April. I ask about the time of an event or of a thing, okay? So, when is your birthday. My birthday is in April, okay? When do you go bed? I go bed at midnight, for example, okay? When do you get up in the morning? I get up, for example, at 6 a.m. and so on. So we ask about time with the WH word when. The following word is who. And we use this WH word to ask about persons. Who is this man? This man is my father. Who is that woman? That woman is my mother. Who is that man? He is my teacher. Okay, who? Okay, who are those children? Those children are my friends, or they are my classmates. So we ask about persons using the WH word who. Then, so who, for example, is that man. Okay, as I said, that man is my uncle, that man is my father, that man is my teacher, and so on. The last WH word we are going to do today is how. And here we ask about manner and state. For example, how are you? I'm not fine. I'm well, okay? Fine, I'm fine. I'm not fine, I'm not feeling well, and so on. How are you? How is your father? How is your mother? How are your friends, and so on. And I can say, how do you go, the manner you, for example, go around. How do you go to school? How do you go around the city? So here I say, how, for example, do you go to school, for example. How do you go to school? And I do not forget the question mark at the end of the question. So, how do you go to school? I go to school on foot. Why? Because the school is near my house. How do you go to school? You ask the same question to another pupil. He answers, or she answers, or he responds. I go to school by bus because the school is far away. It is far from my house, so I go by bus, okay? These are the 5 common WH words included in your program. So they are what for things, where for place, when for time, who for persons, and how for state and manner. Let's pass to the following heading, which is shops and shopping. Shops are, for example, so we have the bakery. So the bakery, what do you find in the bakery? So customers go to the bakery to buy bread. So bakery, bread. And the person who works there is a baker, okay? Baker. So the baker sells bread and bakes bread and makes bread and the sweets, of course, okay? So the bakery is the shop or the place where customers go to buy bread, and the baker is the person who works there. Following shop is the greengrocery. So, greengrocery, you find fruits and vegetables. And the person who works there is the greengrocer. Okay? Take care when you pronounce this word vegetables. It is pronounced vegetables. Vegetables. It's a bit challenging word when you pronounce it. Vegetables. Vegetables. So customers go to the greengrocery to buy vegetables and fruits sometimes. And the person who works there, the person who sells vegetables is the greengrocer. Okay? Then the butchery. You can find there meat. And the person who works there is the butcher. Okay, so customers, when they need the meat, they go to the butchery to buy meat. Okay, and the person who works there is the butcher. The butcher sells meat. Then there are other shops like the mall, for example, like the supermarket, and others, okay? This is when people go shopping. They go to the market or they go to the shops like bakery, greengrocery, butchery, mall, supermarkets, and so on. Okay, and these are the ingredients or the stuff or the goods in these shops: bread, vegetables, meat, and these are the persons who work in these shops, like baker, greengrocer, and butcher. I pass to the following heading, which is how many and how much. So we use these determiners, or they are quantifier. Those describe nouns. Okay, so to show the amount or the quantity or the number of things or persons. Okay, now let's begin with how many. So we use this determiner, how many, to ask about countable things or countable nouns. Let's say countable nouns. Sorry, yeah, countable nouns. Okay, countable nouns, that means nouns that I can count. For example, I say, how many fingers have you got in your left hand? I can count my fingers in my left hand. I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can count. That means they are countable. The fingers of my hand are countable. I can count them. That's why I use how many to ask about their number. How many fingers have you got in your left hand? How many fingers have you got in your right hand? I have 5 fingers also. How many fingers have you got in your both hands? I have 10 fingers in my both hands, right and left. So I use how many to ask about countable nouns. Okay, so countable nouns. Then how much? I use this determiner to ask about non-countable nouns or uncountable nouns. That means nouns I cannot count. They are quantities. So here, uncountable nouns. And I can say uncountable nouns or non-countable nouns. That means numbers that I cannot count. That means here, so here numbers, and here quantities. Sorry. Yeah. Quantity and amount. Okay? So, quantity and amount. So, quantity of sugar, quantity of oil, quantity of onion, quantity of water, and so on. And the amount of time and amount of money. For example, I say, how much money do you need to go on a picnic? How much money do you need to buy a bicycle, for example? So I use how much about money. Quantity, for example, when you go to the shop to buy some oil and you say, you greet him, hi, hello. So, and you say, please give me some oil. So the shopkeeper says, asks you, how much water would you like? How much water? So you say, I want or I'd like 1 liter of oil, for example. You say, give me some sugar, please. He says, how much sugar do you like or would you like to buy? You say, for example, I want 1.5 kilos, and so on. So we always ask about quantities and amounts with how much. However, we ask about numbers. That means things I can count. I use the determiner how many. I pass to the following heading, which is A and N. They are indefinite articles. A and N are indefinite articles, and they are usually used in singular form, in singular nouns, with singular nouns. Okay? So, I begin with so it is used. So, before singular nouns beginning with a consonant sound. Okay? So I use this indefinite article before singular nouns beginning with the consonant sounds. What does that mean? So I take some examples. A pen. So P, I hear a consonant sound. A pen. A pen. Okay? A pen. A door. D is a consonant sound. A classroom. It's a consonant. K. It's a consonant sound. A boy. B is a consonant sound. Okay? So with singular nouns and beginning with consonant sound. So for example, a pen, a teacher, a boy, a loaf of bread. This is an expression. So, and so on. So, here, P, it is a consonant sound. T, consonant sound. B, consonant sound. L, not L. L, it is consonant sound. So, I use the indefinite article However, with the second or the other indefinite articles, and I always use them before nouns beginning, singular nouns of course, beginning with vowel sounds. Okay? So, and here, before singular nouns, before singular nouns, sounds beginning with vowel sounds. Vowel sounds. Okay. For example, an idea. Yes, an idea. An old man. An old man. For example, an area. Yes, an area. Then, for example, an egg. And so on. So, these are vowel sounds. Okay? So, an idea, an idea. It's a vowel sound. An old man, vowel sound. An area, vowel sound. An egg, vowel sound. But please be careful with some exceptions. For example, here I will give you some examples of words beginning with a consonant, but it has a vowel sound, like our, for example. So, our begins with a consonant, but I do not hear the consonant H, okay? So, it is silent, it is mute. So, I say an hour and not a hour, because many pupils think that this word begins, since it begins with a consonant, I have to put the indefinite article but it is not true. Be careful. Another word, university, for example. University begins with a vowel, but I hear just a consonant sound. That's why I put the indefinite article and not n. Okay, so take care with these exceptions. Okay, so that's all about the indefinite articles and n. Let's pass to the following heading about countries and nationalities. Let's take some examples. So countries and nationalities. Okay. So countries, let's begin with Tunisia, for example. If someone asks you, where are you from? Or where do you come from? You say, I'm from Tunisia. You mention the country. And you can mention the nationality. And you say, I am Tunisian, or I am Tunisian. So the nationality is Tunisian. Egypt, it is an Arabic country. The nationality is Egyptian. Italy, it is a European country. The nationality is Italian. Italian. Germany, it is a German, the nationality is German. China, the nationality is Chinese. For example, Spain, the nationality is Spanish. France, the nationality is French. French and not French, okay? And all of them are capitalized, whether countries or nationalities, and so on. So these are some examples to show the difference between countries and nationalities. Okay? So country Tunisia, nationality Tunisian. Country Egypt, nationality Egyptian. Country Italy, nationality Italian. Country Germany, nationality German. Country China, nationality Chinese. Country Spain, nationality Spanish. Country France, nationality French. And there are many other countries. Now let's pass to the following heading, which is about means of transport. There are private means of transport and there are public means of transport. So means of transport are taxis, for example, taxi. So we or people use the means of transport to go to work, to go to school, and so on. So they commute, that means they go to work, they commute, it's the appropriate word. So we have taxi, we have the bus. For example, pupils go to school by bus because their school is far from their house. Bus. Then we have the train. Okay, train. Then if you want to go abroad, that means to go to another country, you fly on planes, for example, plane. If you like to travel by sea, that means you sail, you travel by ship. It is the ship. So these are some among the means of transport people commonly use. So we have taxi, bus, train, plane, and ship. So let's pass to the last heading of today, which is meal, and we finish our session with food. So how many meals do you have in a day, or do people generally have in a day? So they have 3 meals. What are these 3 meals people have in a day? So meal number 1 is breakfast. Meal number 2 is lunch. Take care when you pronounce lunch, not lunch, lunch. Then the meal number 3 is dinner. Okay? So people have 3 meals a day. Meal number 1 is breakfast. When do people generally have breakfast? We have breakfast in the morning. After getting up, after getting washed, we have breakfast before going to school or before going to work. Meal number 2, lunch. When do people generally have lunch? People generally have lunch at midday or in the afternoon, okay, at 1 p.m. or so, okay? Lunch, it is meal number 2. Then dinner. When do people have dinner? People generally have dinner in the evening or sometimes at night. This is all about the 3 meals people have a day. With this activity or this heading, I come to the end of my session today. Until you see me in another lesson or session on Abajim Learning Platform. Take care and goodbye.